What is up, YouTube? PPAV back out here, and we are doing maintenance on the 240. So the other day I took off the valve cover and I started cleaning it. I didn't replace the valve cover gasket, but there was a rip in it, and I noticed that oil was dripping out of the valve cover onto the headers and was causing smoke. So that was one of the issues that I found with the car. Also, another issue is that my battery terminal ended up cracking, as you can see right here. And I had to buy a new battery because my last battery actually went out. So I'm gonna end up replacing both terminals right now. And the last thing that happened with my car was my window regulator went out. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like the little thing inside of the door. They usually go out, causing the window to not roll up. So my window rolled down halfway, but it won't roll back up. But today we're only gonna be changing the battery terminals. And I ordered a new gasket that's gonna come in soon. And we'll probably paint the valve cover too, but we'll see. How many miles that is. I honestly don't even know if the gauge works yet. I know this one does, but I don't know if this one works. Also, another thing wrong with the car is the temp gauge. I noticed it kind of like fluctuates when you rev it, so I gotta check that out. The car doesn't overheat or anything, but it fluctuates and stuff. Also gotta clean this car, dude. Like, what is all that right there? You know what I mean? It's like disgusting. But yeah, interior's not too bad. Hot 240, usual. Gotta get a Broadway mirror soon. All this stuff, but that will be in other videos. Without further ado, let's just replace the battery terminals. Got these at O'Reilly for like $8. Super cheap. You know, I did figure out something while I was driving this car the other day. This car actually has a working AC, which is pretty dope. This is the first 240 that I know that has a working AC, hot and cold. Not too cold, but it works. It works, so that's pretty dope, Yep, got the new battery terminals on. These things are super tight, aren't going anywhere. Pretty sure the connection is gonna be a lot better. It's gonna run a lot smoother. But yeah, now to add the finishing touches, I'm just gonna add the battery little strap thing on, just keep it secured. I mean, it would be dope if my window rolled up, but you know, just gotta hope for the best. Yep, starts right up, everything. Only thing is this, like, yo, it won't go up. The locks still work. It still works. Everything still works, it's just the windows. And I know the exact problem. It's a little regulator thing, whatever it's called in here. I gotta replace it, or a lot of people are saying I gotta get a soldering iron and solder the cracks on the thing, but I gotta figure that out. So to all those people who watched, I guess my videos on YouTube, before I ended up getting this S14, a lot of people were telling me to sell the Civic and to save up for a 240, but I ended up just saving enough money just to buy this just to buy this S14 right now. And I ended up keeping the Civic. It's actually parked across the street from my apartment, so is this car. But I actually kept the Civic because that is more of a daily car. Those of you who own a 240, you know that it gets super hot in here. You can't really fit anyone in here. And that's why I'm keeping the Honda for right now, because surprisingly I could fit a lot of people. We actually drove 4 hours in the EK to go pick up this S14. It was actually a pretty dope car. I kind of like the Civic a lot just because of like how spacious it is and how much of a daily driver it is. With that being said, the S14, I am going to continue to like work on it and like do all this stuff. I really want to fix it up and just make it look dope. As of right now, I'm not really trying to drift it. I'm just trying to build like a really clean daily for this car as well. And then eventually I ended up probably selling the Honda and saving up for a newer car, unless I decide to fix up the Honda and swap it. But first, I'm gonna give all my attention to the S14 and get this running, do a manual swap, all that good stuff. So stay tuned for the build. All I'm gonna do is clean the interior, just with some soap and water and some of the glass cleaner, just to, you know, stay active during the quarantine and whatnot. But the interior is like super dirty. I think this is all mold. Like even here on the carpet, just all moldy. Yeah, pretty disgusting, but I'm just gonna go ahead and try to wipe it down as best as I can for right now. And we'll see where we get. Probably sooner or later, I'll end up painting the carpet again, kind of like what I did in my old 240 when I had it. I ended up painting the carpet black because of there was so much mold on it. I just sprayed glass cleaner everywhere, but I don't know, it's pretty much just like a cleanser, so whatever. I cleaned the dash off and stuff, so it's looking pretty clean. So yeah, and then once I get to right about down here, it starts looking all nasty. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, start cleaning that. So I noticed that these tabs right here on the automatic thing are broke, but they still have holes in them, which is pretty dope. So, and these things right here were bent, so I went ahead and bent them up. I gotta bend that side a little bit more, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's just the little things, you know, to make the car just that much more better. But this thing will not be automatic soon, so yeah. Pretty dope. Now this thing isn't moving anymore. I was shifting when I was driving and this whole thing was moving, so it's pretty dope that it's staying in place now and that the screws are already there. Soon this will be gone, I promise. See, the more I clean, the more I find. Just found out that this is the handle for the seat. Like, I wasn't even able to lean the seat back, which is pretty dope, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, look at that. Way more clean. I mean, not the best job, but it's way cleaner than what it was. So that's pretty cool. I'm about to go ahead and put this back in, and then we're just gonna wipe down the seats, and then that'll probably be it for the interior. Headliner is pretty clean as well, surprising, and my Honda's actually pretty ripped up. Shoo! You guys don't understand. This made way more of a difference. It's had fungus all in it, now it's all clean. Same thing with this. This had fungus over it, but as you can see, there's still some spots left. This is all dirty. Same thing with the shifter and stuff. But yo, the interior of this car is not too bad. It was just pretty dirty. I went ahead and cleaned that door panel too. I gotta clean that side. And then just the rear panels. And then probably just wipe down the seats. And then yeah, and everything else we'll focus on later if there's anything that I need to do. Interior is actually not too bad. Only thing I need to clean is that. Same thing with the transmission that I got. It has to be rebuilt. I only got it for 50 bucks extra when I bought the car, but I'm not gonna rebuild it, and I could probably make more selling it, so I might end up selling the transmission because I know that it'll cost more rebuilding it versus just buying another one. So I might end up just buying another transmission for it, and yeah, so we'll see. Sitting in the back of the S14 right now, not too much space. There's actually more space than the EK, surprisingly, even though it's a smaller car. But I noticed that there's paint on the freaking seat, but it's rubbing off of the door panel. I'll see if it rub off the seat. I'm gonna go ahead and clean these panels and the rear seats. Yeah, these seats are kind of like the seats that were in my 300. They need to be replaced. But I opened the back and I noticed, what the hell's going on over here with this speaker? Yo, like there's so many wires. I think that they were trying to wire it for sound and just ended up not even finishing the job. Like, look at these. These aren't even soldered or taped up or anything. I wonder if the speaker even works. Well, now both of the speakers are actually working. These were just unhooked and they keep unhooking for some apparent reason. And on this side, same thing. These were unhooked. But now I'm trying to figure out what these wires are for. Honestly, don't know. Like, I'm looking here and they just go to nowhere, so I don't even know. So I need to fix that. But for right now, the cool thing is that I have sound on all 4 speakers, which isn't bad at all. And I thought when I opened this, I thought it was gonna give access to the whole trunk, and it was just this little space. But all right, last thing I'm gonna do is just spray these wheels with some tire shine, just to give the tires a little bit of shine, and just wipe down the Skyline rims. I might end up selling these as well and getting some deep dish rims because I really want to get some deep dish wheels. Yeah, the previous owner told me that there's camber on the rim just slightly because of the coils that are installed. I can't adjust them, but yeah, not today. But I like the way that she's sitting right now. She's lower than usual, hence the scraping on the front lip. But it's actually, I like the way it's sitting. It's not too low to the point where you can't daily drive. But it's actually just low enough, and the rims make the car look even that much more better. Yeah, so that'll probably do it for this video. Hopefully you guys are staying active during the quarantine and as well as staying healthy. Just watch your health and just make sure you guys are doing something, whether it's cleaning your car, doing something simple, because I know these days could seem really long. I have 7 other roommates. Right now about 5 of us are here, so I have a lot of people to talk to and interact with. during these boring times. But yeah, got the transmission over here, as well as the shift linkage. And I also have the transmission member, and it has all the sensors and stuff, but I'm probably gonna sell it because he said that I need to rebuild it. And I also have the S14 camshafts, so I just put them right there. I'm probably gonna end up selling all that. I also have some Honda parts for sale in the corner over there. All I have to do is wait for the valve cover gasket to come in to replace that, and then it would be pretty much daily drivable. I mean, it was already daily drivable before the gasket ripped because the car drove 4 hours back, which is pretty great. So it's probably gonna be sitting for a little bit because I don't have a job right now because of everything that's happening with the quarantine. So I'm just gonna keep daily driving the Honda. Daily driving Yumi, that's the Honda's name. But yeah, stay tuned for more content. Thank you guys for subscribing, for those who have subscribed. And PPA view out. See you in the next video. Peace.